I'm cutting that. That's getting cut out.
Did you just get it right?
I said, I'm in shambles.
The Arizona Cardinals. Good morning. Welcome to the show.
I don't go to pools with women.
The CTE is crazy.
And I only run like this. This is the only way I run. 5 yards every time.
Not enough.
And somebody tell me why JJ McCarthy is going to be a first rounder.
Calm down, Eeyore.
From the combine to his pro day, he jumps up the first round.
They're shipping Justin Herbert.
No one is telling me why.
He's an elite prospect.
New news coming out of him. How could the Titans get worse?
Somebody get me a paintball gun. I need more Modelo in my life.
I'm here in Spirit Airlines.
They beat the Dolphins.
They
split.
Yeah, okay, good morning, afternoon, and evening. It's the guy you should believe in. Dropping heat like every season. Underdog like Willie beaming. Classic like Dom singing. Blasting like bombs ringing. I guess I define winning.
I said, I'm in shambles.
Welcome back
Welcome
to
back.
Prediction Picks. I'm Devin. That's Zane. This is Buffet Sports. And today we are predicting the AFC South's record. There's one amendment we must make from our previous episode. You felt as though the Commanders were better than 3-14, correct?
I did.
I did have a typo. The last game of the year that we had was the Colts on there. It's actually the Titans. Now, if you'd like to take the Titans, take that to the Titans house, or rather the Titans would be going to the Commanders.
You did this on purpose.
No.
Yeah, you did.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, you did.
I didn't. I just saw this because I was writing everything down. So if you'd like to, we can change. Well, obviously we need to change the Colts to the Titans, but if that's a win in your eyes, then they are better than the Panthers. They are better than the Panthers at 4-13.
Look at your smug little face. And you're telling me you didn't.
Want?
Yeah, you did that on purpose. You did that on purpose.
No, I didn't. I swear. I didn't do this on purpose.
Yeah, you were smug little look. Yeah, you know I'm a Titans fan. My middle name is Titan. Yeah, they beat the Titans.
Okay.
They don't have Derrick Henry. They have Snead now. But I mean, like, what do they have on offense? DeAndre Hopkins and Will Levis.
They are better than the Panthers at 4-13.
You happy about that?
I just thought it was funny that it has to come at expensive.
Thought it was funny. You thought it was funny.
All right. Are you ready to start the AFC South?
Yeah.
Who do you want to start with? We have the Texans, Jags, Colts, and Titans. Do we want to get the rough one out of the way?
No. I want to go Texans first.
Texans first. Okay. We begin in division versus the Colts. Do they sweep or is it a split?
Split.
Split. Do the Texans win at home or away?
We'll just put home. This is
Okay.
the more likely outcome.
Okay, now moving to the Jags. Is that a sweep or a split?
I think it's a sweep. What do you think?
I agree. To the Texans, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. And then the final team in the division is the Titans. Is that
They
a
split. They split.
It's a split? I'm going to fight you on this.
Will Levis beat the flipping Dolphins.
No, dog.
Will Levis beat the Dolphins, baby.
No, dog. I'm not letting you have this one.
You get feelers. You get feelers throughout this whole thing. I don't get that. He gets these feelers. I just feel like it. I'm like, they beat the Dolphins. Not enough.
No, bro, no. Now, the pre-field games that we have for the Texans. We have the Buffalo Bills traveling to Houston. It is a win for the Texans. We have the Texans traveling to New England, a win for the Texans. We have the Dolphins traveling to Houston. It is a win for the Fins. In other words, a loss for the Texans. We have the Texans heading to New Jersey to play the Jets. That is a loss for the Texans. We have the Texans heading to KC to play the Chiefs. That is a win for the Texans. And then we have the Texans heading to Dallas to play the Cowboys. That is a loss for the Texans.
Keep going.
I'm waiting for you to return, and then we'll
I'm here. I'm here in Spirit Airlines. 50% chance I get back.
Okay, now starting at home to fill in the rest of the games here, we have the Texans playing the Bears at home. Win for the Texans.
Win for the Texans.
Win for the Texans. We have the Texans playing the Lions at home.
Loss for the
Loss
Texans.
for the Texans. Okay. We have the Texans playing in Green Bay versus the Packers. It is a win for the Texans.
I want to say loss.
Loss? Why?
We don't know how Tank Dell is going to be off of his injury. We have Jair there. We still have a great linebacker, and Green Bay's offense is so good. They made it to the playoffs. I guess so did the Texans, but
I'm fine to give you the Packers. If you want the
Yeah.
Packers, I'll give you the Packers.
Let's
So
take the Packers.
Texans lose. The Texans playing the Ravens at home. Loss
for the Texans.
Loss for the Texans. Okay. All right. And then finally, we have the Texans traveling to play the Vikings in Minnesota. That is a win for the Texans.
Win for the Texans. I need more Modelo in my life.
The Texans' overall record this year will be 10-7, finishing 5-1 in division.
I like that.
Moving on to our next team. Who do you want next? Jags, Colts, Titans.
Jags
Starting with the Texans, they got swept. Okay. Now moving on to the Colts. What do we think with the Colts? Is it a sweep or a split? Sweep. Loss. Both losses?
Yeah, both losses.
Okay. And then is it a split with the Texans
Split.
or is it a sweep? Split. They win at home?
Yep.
Now, moving on to the pre-filled games for the Jags. We have the Patriots coming to play the Jags. That is a win for the Jags.
Mm-hmm.
We have the Bills. We have the Jags going to play the Bills. That is a loss for the Jags.
Mm-hmm.
We have the Jags going to play the Finns. That is a win for the Jags.
You think so? Oh, that's pre-filled.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, damn.
We have the Jets coming to play the Jags. That is a loss for the Jags. Then we have the Jags in Las Vegas. That is a loss for the Jags. And we have the Jags in Philadelphia, a loss for the Jags.
Tough schedule.
Tough schedule. Starting home, we have the Packers coming to play the Jags. Loss for the Jags.
Loss.
We have the Vikings coming to play the Jags. Win for the Jags.
Win for the Jags.
We have the Jags visiting Chicago. A loss for the Jags.
Close game, but yeah.
Okay. I agree with that.
Really
I think
close
that'll be kind of like a coming out party for Caleb Williams, whenever that is. It'll
Yeah.
be kind of like beating the last number 1 overall pick kind of deal.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a 50-50 in my mind.
Okay. And then we have Cleveland playing the Jags at away.
Jesus.
Loss for the Jags.
They lost for the Jags. They have really hard schedule.
And then that division is going to be really good. That division that's going to be an interesting one. And then we have the Jags visiting Detroit versus the Lions. That's a loss for the Jags.
Yeah.
Ooh, I don't know if I like this. I don't know if I agree with this, but it makes kind of sense. We've got the Jags overall record being 4-13.
Damn.
And
They'll
we've
probably-
got
they'll
the
probably
division record 1-5.
They'll pull out something.
I kind of feel like they split with the Colts, but I mean, they've got a
Colts?
lot of hard teams. They've got a lot of good teams on their schedule.
Colts were really good with their backup. So I'm predicting they'll be amazing with their starter.
Okay, I agree with you. I just this 4-13 for me is how you feel about the Commanders. Not as strongly because I do think they're going to be bad, but
I think they'll be a 6. They'll win 6.
the toss up with the Bears, I can see.
Yeah.
So let's say that could be a W, and then who else? Maybe the Packers. I could see them beating the Packers.
Yeah. I mean, well, here's the thing is that we're forgetting beginning of the season. There's always teams that just like lose random games. There's always that. So they could pull out 2 or 3
More and be like 7. Okay, 7-10. Yeah, I feel like 4-13 is way undershooting them. But
teams have bad games, but we're predicting this at their like full capacity.
That's
we
fair.
can't predict when they decide to poop the bed or like when somebody gets injured.
that's
We
true.
can't predict that.
Okay, so we are leaving the Titans for last. So we're doing the Colts next.
Yep.
Okay, so for the Colts in division, we have them splitting with the Texans, winning at home. We have them sweeping the Jags. Is it a split with the Texans or the Titans, or is it a sweep?
Split.
I'll give you that one.
Split
Where?
at home.
All right,
Hey,
now
Will
moving on to
Levis.
the
You never know what Will Levis is going to do.
moving on to the pre-filled games here. We have the Patriots. We have the Colts visiting the Patriots. That is a win for the Colts. We have the Bills visiting the Colts. That is a loss for the Colts. We have the Colts going to New Jersey to play the Jets. That is a win for the Colts. We have the Colts going to Denver, a win for the Colts. We have the Finns visiting the Colts. That is a loss for the Colts. And then we have the Colts going to New York to play the Giants. That is a win for the Colts. You say Colts enough times, it starts to lose its meaning. Now, with the games we have left, we have the Colts versus the Bears at home.
Win for the Colts.
I agree. Now, we have the Colts at home versus the Lions.
Loss for the Colts.
Loss for the Colts. Okay, I'll give it to you. I feel like this is a win for the Colts.
Bears have a Lions. Lions have a crazy defense.
I don't know about crazy.
Hard hitting defense.
Yeah, hard hitting.
Michael Pittman has already been injured, going up against a hard hitting defense. Plus, Detroit's offense is
back. He has a whole offseason to recover.
I know, but like, okay, screw what I just said. The Lions offense, they haven't given up anybody.
Yeah, that's
They
fair.
still have like a 90.
But the Lions
overall
have
offense.
those. But the Lions have a game where they like Thanksgiving when they played the Packers, where it was just like they just didn't show up.
Yeah, but that was in Lombardi, huh? Do you remember?
That was in Detroit.
Oh, it was in Detroit. I don't know. Yeah, but every team has that, you know.
I know, but I feel like if it's any team, it's the Lions.
I don't feel that way. But I mean, you could always get a Dan Campbell going for 2 when he shouldn't.
That's what I'm saying. Like, if everything's going wrong for them that game, it's the Colts that would beat them. They have the capacity.
Well, how many years has Jared Goff been on the Lions? This is second year?
3.
3? So 4 years.
This will be year
Lions?
3. This will be year 3, I think.
Yeah, year 3 with the Lions, and he has everybody healthy, ready to go. Nobody's hurt.
We don't know where it's going to be in the season, though. What if it's end of the year, middle of the year? Colts are hot.
End of the year, Lions are hot.
Well, if it's middle of the year, Colts are hot.
We'll just give it to you.
You'll give it to me?
Yeah,
Dub?
we'll just give it to you. Let's move on.
All right. Let's go, Dubski. All right. We have the Colts visiting Green Bay. That is a loss for the Colts.
I was going to do opposite. I was going to do win for Detroit, loss for Pack. Loss.
What?
No, win. Yeah, so they lose to Detroit. They beat the Packers. That's what I was going to say.
Okay, fine. If you want to flip it, we can do that. Loss to the Lions, W against the Packers. All right. We have the Colts versus the Steelers at home. I'll let you decide this one.
Yeah, because you're a Steelers fanboy. They have Russell Wilson there now. Anthony Richardson, when he gets pressure, I know he's going to go crazy. I'm going to put a win for the Colts. He can run. Anthony Richardson can run.
Okay.
Steelers defense, TJ Watt coming off. He breaks a block. Anthony Richardson that runs for 20 yards.
All right. And then we have the Colts in Minnesota versus the Vikings. This is a
win for the Colts. I mean, Minnesota, just look at their record last year. It was a crazy record for what they had to deal with. Kirk Cousins getting hurt, and then Joshua Dobbs with those couple of games, and then it was Nick Mullins for a while, and then it was somebody else. You know, like that was like magic. I don't think like magic can happen 2 times in a row, but I'm down to be pleasantly surprised.
We're predicting the Colts to go 12-5 in the regular season and 4-2 in division.
Yeah, it's good.
I don't know about that.
You think there'll be less?
Yes.
Bro, what?
Yeah.
Colts are looking great.
I know. But it's Gardner has been in the league though. Anthony Richardson, all it takes is one injury, and they don't have I guess they have Joe Flacco. So maybe.
Yeah, Joey.
Maybe.
With those guys, Joey with those guys?
Maybe.
I mean, look what he did with the flipping Browns.
Wrapping up with the Titans now. Titans are going to go essentially 1-5 in division. Sorry, I got to do it again. Holy shit.
Did you just get it right?
The Titans are going to get swept by the Texans, swept by the Colts, and split with the Jags winning at home. Now, moving on to the pre-filled games here, we have the Titans going to the Bills. That's a loss for the Titans.
Yeah.
We have the Titans playing the Patriots at home. That's a win for the Titans.
Mhm.
We have the Titans playing the Finns in Miami, a loss for the Titans. We have the Titans playing the Jets at home. That's a loss for the Titans. We have the Titans playing the Chargers in Los Angeles, a loss for the Titans. And then we have the Titans playing the Commanders in Washington, a loss for the Titans. Moving on to the pre-filled games now, or after the pre-filled games, the rest of the regular season here, we have the Titans playing the Packers at home, a loss for the Titans.
Loss for the Titans.
We have the Titans playing the Vikings at home, win for
Win.
the Titans.
Win.
We have the Titans going to Chicago. That is a
Loss.
win for the Bears. Or sorry, yeah, loss for the Titans. We have the Titans going to the Lions, loss for the Titans. And then we have the Bengals at home for the Titans. That's a loss for the Titans.
How could the Titans get worse? That's my question. Why would they get worse? They had what they thought was their starting QB, Derrick Henry. They trade Derrick Henry for L'Jarius Sneed and then like a third and a seventh. Like, how could you get worse? You're not, I guess they're not going win now. They don't believe in will. But I mean, I don't
They
know.
are going win now.
What about their decisions makes you think they're going to win now?
Oh, well, I guess I don't have a running back. Not win now.
They gave up Derrick Henry.
Yeah, no.
They got a defensive piece, but then they got a third and a seventh for giving up Derrick Henry. That's terrible.
Yeah,
unless
not
they're
necessarily
trying
that.
to.
But it's
That's
not
not
that
even
they're
like
not-
rebuilding. That's not even rebuilding.
But that's not. Yeah, that is rebuilding. They're starting the rebuild. Like they're
A third round and then a seventh for Derrick Henry.
Yeah.
No, that's ridiculous. That's atrocious. Like that's not That's not how you start a rebuild. Start a rebuild, giving up Derrick Henry to a team that desperately needs an RB for like a second at least. Yeah, I don't know what this team's gonna be.
calm down, Eeyore.
Okay, so if you're building around a QB, what would you do? Would you trade?
Get a bunch of draft picks. That's what I would do.
You would get a third and a seventh.
Derrick Henry has like one good year left in him, dude. You saw how bad he was this year.
You trade, so you would get a third and a seventh to build around your QB.
You're not going to do it all in 1 year, Zane. They're going to have like a top 5 pick next year. They've got a seventh.
If you're going to give up, if you're
got the
going to give
seventh
up
pick this year.
Derrick, if you're going to give up Derrick, give up DeAndre. I love DeAndre. I love Derrick. If you're going to
He's
give
a
up
cheap
Derrick,
contract. He's a cheap contract.
give them up both and get somebody there. Get somebody there to develop with your, because hey,
DeAndre's not worth anything. He's worth at best a fifth.
what are you talking about?
What are you talking about? He had one good game last year.
Because he had Ryan Tannehill and Will Levis. What are you talking about? Like he had these
DeAndre Hopkins is not as good as he was.
Okay, so you couldn't package both of them?
No, not to the same team.
You couldn't package both of them? Get Marvin Harrison Jr. Get somebody young to develop with your quarterback. If
They
you
have the
believe in him.
7th pick, bro. They need offensive line first off. Before they even get weapons, they need Will Levis to be able to stand in the pocket for more than half a second. So they're drafting they're going to draft an O lineman this year, and then next year they're going to take, and they're probably going to take a guy early in the second as a receiver. Calm down. Don't be such a wet blanket.
Shut up.
Don't be such a wet blanket.
Shut your mouth. So they're tanking this year. If you're going to tank this year.
So what?
Yeah. Okay. Who else could you give up?
When was the last time they were good, Zane? What's this? Where is this coming from? You have one of the best teams in the league as your other favorite team. Shut up.
Okay. But here's the thing. You have Derrick Henry and who else? Right? So if you were going to rebuild, you would want to package both of your best players together to get the best you can. They gave up Derrick Henry for poverty. They still have DeAndre Hopkins. I love both of them. But if you're going to rebuild and they're going to tank next year, get DeAndre out of there. Try and get somebody.
They need someone for him to throw the ball to.
Marvin Harrison.
Bro.
We talk about how deep this wide
It
receiver
takes
core is.
it takes two to It takes two to trade, bro. You can't move up to 4 if no one wants to trade to you at
It
4.
takes 2 to trade. We have 2 guys. We had 2 guys.
The Cardinals don't want DeAndre Hopkins back, the guy that they just got rid of, and they don't want Derrick Henry.
Derrick Henry didn't go to the Cardinals.
No, DeAndre Hopkins just came from the Cardinals. If you're trying to get Marvin Harrison Jr., you'd have to go to 4. And the 4th pick is the Arizona Cardinals. Good morning. Welcome to the show.
You don't think any other team would like Derrick Henry and DeAndre Hopkins?
I don't think that anyone in the top 3 would, and I don't think that the Chargers want them.
Whoa, wait, the Chargers?
Yeah, they're gonna
Last podcast, you just talked about how they got rid of their whole team and they need picks, right? They don't need picks if they get Derrick Henry and DeAndre Hopkins.
No, dude, they're shipping Justin. They're shipping Justin Herbert.
They're shipping Justin. Okay, new news. New news coming out of. Hey, why were you holding this? Where were you holding this back this whole podcast? They're shipping Justin. Give me the take on that. I would love to hear it.
They're not actually doing it. I have a feeling they're shipping him. There's no way they unload their entire team like this and get a new coach and keep it doesn't make sense to me. Like, you're going to have to completely tear that team. Like, they've already torn the offense apart. The defense is one Khalil Mack ACL away from being the worst team in the entire NFL. There's no way you keep Justin Herbert in this. Like, if you're John Harbaugh.
Are they going for a quarterback?
I don't know. They have the 5th pick. I doubt they're going to, but I'm sure they're going to keep him. But to me, it's such a waste for him. I feel so bad for Justin Herbert. He could be so good so many other places.
He's still young, isn't he?
Yeah, but
young.
he could be one of the best. He could be one of the guys we're talking about that, I don't know. The Chargers could be so much better. They could be so much better. We'll see what John Harbaugh is able to do, but they're going to be so bad this year.
I don't know, with what they're doing, getting rid of their whole team. Wouldn't be surprised. I mean, nobody is talking great about JJ McCarthy except for John Harbaugh, the one guy who has the pick. It would be taking him early in his draft predictions. Don't get me wrong, it'd be taking him early. But
I don't know. Right now, dude, JJ McCarthy's flying up the boards right now.
I don't know why.
I don't
Do you know why? I don't know why.
I don't get, dude, I was the first one that said, because when we talked about this months ago, before the draft was even a conversation.
Was saying that.
Yeah, I know. Well, before the draft was ever a conversation, we were in week 13. I think Travis brought it up, and I was like, bro, he's a 5th rounder. I don't know what,
No, to your point, everyone, before he declared for the draft, there was rumors. There was rumors he was going to declare. Exactly what you said. Everyone was saying he's a 4th round. Everyone was saying no, he's not going 1st round.
Now he's top 5.
And nobody's telling me why. No one is telling me why.
He's an elite processor. He's an elite processor, I guess. That's the rumor that I've been seeing. The potential is crazy. I don't see it. I don't see it.
But processing, you can see from film.
Yeah, I don't.
But he was a 4th rounder before that happened. And then from the combine to his pro day, he jumps up the 1st round because he's an elite processor. That's all stuff you look at from film. So why wasn't anybody saying that beforehand?
I don't know.
What is going on? Somebody tell me why JJ McCarthy is going to be a 1st rounder.
I don't know, dude. I have no clue. I have no idea. It makes no sense to me.
And I'm not even mad if he gets taken 1st round. I just want to know why is this happening? Nobody's telling me anything. Every video I see, all they say is the same stuff. He's got a great arm talent, great processing. Nobody's telling me what changed, because the same guys that are saying that were saying 3 to 4 months ago that he's going to be a 4th rounder. Nobody's saying jack on why it's changing. No one's saying anything. They're just saying, oh, he's great now.
All right, so for the AFC South, final predictions, we have the Colts going 12-5, winning the division with a 4-2 record in division. The Texans coming in second in the division, 10-7 with a 5-1 in division record. And then the Jags at 4-13 with a 1-5 in division record. The Titans finishing at 4-13 as well with a 1-5 division record. So the Colts will be in the playoffs, and the Texans could be one of those back three teams that find their
Get
way
me
in
on the
at 7.
field. I'll be Will Levis's running back, baby. Say it. Hi, straight, hey. And I only run like this. This is the only way I run. I don't go to here. I stay right here where it's protected. 5 yards every time. I'm sorry.
The CTE is crazy.
It's corroding my brain.
Listen, brother, it's okay.
Listen, brother.
Listen, brother, he's got CTE.
I'm the white Antonio Brown. What can I say?
All right. I'm cutting that. That's getting cut out.
I don't go to pools with women. I stay in the hot tub with men. Like a
Don't
man.
look at me like that.
Listen, brother. A lot of women around here. Am I gonna talk to any? No. Not gonna talk to any of them.
Today we went through the AFC South. Neither of us know why JJ McCarthy is a top 5 projected pick. It makes no sense. All I know is that my name's Devin, and that's the white Derrick Henry. We're Buffet Sports. You can catch us on YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok at buffet.sports. We post every day, if not twice a day. You can catch two long form videos from us on Fridays and Sundays. We post one of these, and we post a little bit about what's going on in the sports world. Ciao.